Hey yo, this is AltaDev, and I'll be starting off this channel with a series I'm working on where I'll be making a full game in a single month using the free monthly assets in the Unreal Engine Marketplace. So if you aren't familiar with the Unreal Engine Marketplace, it's the center for all of Unreal Engine 4's asset packs, and that's where they give away 5 free asset packs for each month, as well as 2 assets that become free forever. So with this, my goal is to make use of these free assets as the key part of my game, and the only extra assets. This way, since they are free, if you are following along as I post these videos, you can try this out yourself. So with that, let's get started. Okay, starting with the marketplace. Here we are at the free for the month assets. And so, as you can see, we have the 5 free assets. Just from an overview, you've got a combat system with a fully animated character set with a sword, a move system, and a system for the level of the character. That's cool. We could use that right away as the base of the game. And 27 movement animations, blueprints, and locomotion. So could use that if this doesn't have some certain animations we need. Easy multi-save. Save and load solution. Okay. So maybe we can make a game that has a reason to. Well, this would work perfectly for checkpoint systems. Yeah. Okay, flower and plants nature pack. Includes more than 140 plant species. So that's 760 static meshes, 648 flowers and plants, 28 vegetable spline elements, and 84 environmental models. We'll have to see what this exactly means, but judging off of this will be the only thing we can use to make our environment for the most part, it looks like. But we'll see what we come up with this, based on once we've seen the asset itself. And a loading screen system. Okay, create fully customizable and interactive loading screens that are as dynamic as your project, complete with progress indicators, video playback, minigames, and more. Okay, that sounds interesting. So we can make some loading screens that can actually be integrated with the game in some way. So we'll have to think about how we can use that. But getting started first with the Close Combat Swordsman is called. So, okay. Interesting, so we got some interactive combat here for sure. That's looking good. And a dodging system maybe? That sounds pretty good too. And based off this image, I'm thinking they've got AI implemented. So, Oh, and looks like they probably got a few different. Well, there's probably just different assets. It'd be too good if they had different combat styles integrated. So, taking a look for games of different genres: action games, RPGs, slashers, fighting games. Okay. So there's a jumping system, movement in running and walking states, combat system, where you can walk in a fighting stance in all directions while making dashes or dodging an attack. Okay, based off of that, it sounds a lot like a targeting system for a combat state, like they mentioned. So, and dashes and dodging attacks, so there must be some specific state system similar to Dark Souls for the combat. So that sounds pretty good for that. Health component. This component comprises of character's health. Can be used not only with the character but with any actor. Okay, so if we make some custom components and actors, they can be integrated with this combat system at least. That's good. Melee weapon. Okay, they provide 3 swords just stylized differently. Okay, so this is general melee weapon. You can assign any asset you have to it. Okay, AI. So hearing, seeing, following, and attacking the player from short range. So sounds like they have a basic AI sense system and attack and combat system working. So that sounds like that sounds proficient enough for general enemies. So if we want to do bosses, we probably need to customize that a bit. Experience management, so leveling. Okay, we'll see if we need to use that. Game interface. Is there an interface? Oh yeah, so we got max level. Okay, health. And I wonder if this is a stance system. That would be interesting. Yeah, it's hard to say, but that's probably some sort of combat stance, I guess. Yeah. Cinematic camera and combat. So more things to just make this asset look nice. So that's always good. So yeah, so I figure as an obvious choice, this will be a good base for the game. Let's see what we can come up with based off that. Going back to the other assets, dynamic locomotion. So we got running jumps. Got all the different offset movement. Okay. Jump leap, leaps, moving while landing. Running jump, running lands, okay. This probably won't be too necessary because it seems like the combat system already has a lot of this integrated. But there might be a few we can use here to improve the non-combat animation system. Because usually in assets like this, they don't put too much effort into the non-combat aspect of it, so we can work on that. So, easy multi-save. Let's see. Save game actors, save persistent objects, profiles, save slots. Yeah, so seems like it's just a general, you can save anything you want in your level, so we'll probably just use it for a checkpoint system. I don't plan on making a long game, so probably want to just do a few levels and then use this to have a checkpoint system in each level. That sounds like it'll be good. Well, this definitely looks really nice and in depth. We really want to use this in future games, that's for sure. Okay, so moving on again. The Flower and Plants Nature Pack. This will be the interesting one. Because I want to restrict myself to only using the 5 assets that are free for this month, right? So this first asset clearly gives me a good base for the game, and these two definitely help out in the general game's functionality. And the loading screen system will be a nice touch. But if I restrict myself to these, then I'm going to have to hope that this Flower and Plants Nature Pack gives me enough to make a good set of levels. So let's see. So lots of plants, of course, here. Now, it looks like we might get some props other than plants. Barrels. Maybe a bridge even. So, yeah, so this looks, if we get like a fence and some paths and stairs like that, if we get all these assets in here, including the props, then this will be plenty to make a decent level, I figure. Yeah. I was definitely lacking a bit in larger props, but we'll see what we can work with. Because right now, looking like this, it doesn't look like I have much to make anything other than open open air scenes like this one. We'll see what we can do. So, oh, this is interesting. So they've got wind interaction with the character apparently. Oh, this is more likely just wind interaction with the flowers and grass and all that. That'd probably interact with the character as he walks through it. Yeah, simple grass wind, shadow waves. Yeah, so it's all stuff to make sure the grass and flowers interact properly, I'm pretty sure. Yep. So, well, at least it's well optimized. That's one thing we can count on. UE4 assets in the marketplace are usually pretty good for that, so that'll be nice. Okay, so finishing off now with the loading screen system. Let's see what this is all about. So, So is this just a loading screen system that you can just run your own? Yeah, this seems like they have a loading screen set up with in the level of your choice, so you can run whatever sort of extra level while the loading screen is going on. Yeah. Right. Yeah, like if you ever seen the Assassin's Creed loading screens where you can run around in whatever that Animatrix or whatever it was called. But that seems like what they're saying you can do here, so it's nice. It's nice, but we'll see if we can actually figure out what we can do with it. Because in the end, that's still just that doesn't really add anything to the game unless you do something creative with it. But still, if you have a lawn loading screen, it's definitely nice to have something like that. But I definitely don't plan on having lawn loading screens in this game. Okay. So with that, that's our 5 assets that I'm going to be working with for the month of October. So with that, I'll be back once I get the project created. Okay, so we've got everything set up in the engine now. We're in a new project in Unreal Engine 4.23. We've got Close Combat Asset Pack, Dynamic Locomotion, Flowers and Plants, Nature Pack, Loading Screen System, and Easy Multi-Save is actually an engine plugin. So, okay. So let's start by checking out the Close Combat system, see what it can do. So, okay, we've got a big map here. Let's just jump in and see how it plays. They set up a little cinematic, that's fun. The animations are really nice. That's good. Okay. Let's go full screen. Okay, well, let's see. Find target. Yeah, so Q. Okay, yes, this will lock on. Left click to attack. Heavy attack is hold left mouse button. Alright. On the right, yeah, we've got like a counter for abilities, I guess. Roll, okay. Cooldowns for your abilities, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skill not found right now. Not 4. You can throw stuff. That's interesting. Okay. Targeting falls where our camera's looking. It's good. Alt to run or walk. Combat state. Okay, so you can switch out and into combat state, so that's good. Yeah, so this basically functions pretty much like Dark Souls games, I guess. So, as if we're in a combat state, we roll. Out of a combat state, we jump. Can do side dodges, forward dodges. Doesn't seem like it really change if we're in combat state or not. I don't really see what we would be reloading. That's interesting. Okay. Battle again. Oh yeah, then we've got block, right? So have to use that. Oh yeah, we died quick. And it doesn't look like there's any restart system. But that's interesting, okay. So overall it feels pretty much like a Dark Souls system, so you can definitely work with that pretty well. Dynamic locomotion. Let's jump into the demo map. So just got a decent movement locomotion system, I guess. Not a whole lot to look at here, but you could look into using this for extra animations, or maybe like the Assassin's Creed loading system. I'll have to think on what I might want to use this for. But that's about what was expected. The flower and plants one is the other big one we really need to see. Okay, so we're all loaded in. Let's see how this map looks. So yeah, pretty. Plus we've got a ton of extra props other than plants, so that's good. Be a pain to work with only foliage for decorating our level. But yes, we got fences of a bunch of types. This gate. Okay. Little alcoves, bridges, benches, little gazebo, picnic table. Okay, and we've got some rocks and staircase and some natural paths you can use, and water. Okay. So. Oh, and let's see. I think this is a grouping of stack meshes. Let's see. Yeah, so can we ungroup this? Yes, unlock it. This pavilion is all one object. I was hoping we could unlock the floor plate so we could use that as a separate object and just make a huge floor or something like that, but it doesn't look like that'll work out. But that's fine. It looks like you could probably use the texture from that on a regular floor plate. We'll have to see. Let's just jump in and see how this runs. Okay. Oh yeah. You notice there, foliage interacts with the character. That's a nice touch. Oh yeah. Look at that. Does the bigger object interact? It looks like it. Yeah, it does. Maybe not these sorts of bigger bushes though. I don't even know what to call it. This isn't a tree. Yeah. Let's dress this. Yeah. Okay. So this is decent enough. for decorations, I guess. Bunch of assets there. And finally, let's check out the loading screen system. So wow, we've got a lot of different maps here. Let's see. Basic setup map. Let's check out the space shooter minigame map. Yeah. Alright. Okay, minigames. This is how we use a Space Invaders minigame. There below. So the minigame has its own scene. Let's see how this works. Huh. Oh yeah, look at this.
Attack. Attack.
Interesting. I think my inputs aren't actually hooked up right now because I couldn't move left there. But yeah, it's hard to say, but either way, that seems interesting. Oh, a video playback. This one might be a preferred option because I can make a little cinematic to use in the loading screens. That seems like the easiest thing to put into a project. Wow, this is nice, yeah. I have to toggle full screen video. That's cool. And then just spacebar to skip. Okay, yeah. Alright. Other than that, we've got a bunch of different individual use cases, it looks like. But overall, I'd say this gives me a good idea of what I've got to work with now. So, guess time to start thinking up my game design. Well, I'll be back once I've come up with something. See you then.